Join us today in honoring these flags as they are retired. Many of these flags spent their life flying proudly over this Veterans Memorial, representing and reminding those who serve in the armed services. Some have flown over schools, businesses, churches, and homes. We have pledged to them. We've prayed before them. We have played taps over them. Today, we retire them to rest. They have served us well. The first flag retired today is the symbol of our great country, the United States of America. The first American flag, made by Betsy Ross, was made in May of 1776, and on June 14, 1777, the Continental Congress passed an act establishing it as the official flag of the new nation. The resolution stated resolved that the flag of the United States be 13 stripes, alternate red and white, and that the Union be 13 stars, white on a blue field, representing our new constellation. Our flag has grown since. The man cited with designing the current 50-star American flag is Robert G. Heft. He was a 17-year-old and created the flag design in 1958. The flag is being retired today by our own Chairman Oz Nesbitt, Rockdale Board of Commissioners, and friend to the Walk of Heroes. The Boy Scouts will assist him. Will you please stand in respect to our flag and our country? Attention, retire the colors. Silly. And 2. Thank you, sir, for your service. Our next flag is the flag of the great state of Georgia. You may be seated. Georgia leads the nation in the number and variety of flags flown. Georgia's coat of arms is centered in the canton with the words, "In God We Trust," written below. The state coat of arms on the flag is encircled by 13 white stars, representing Georgia's place as one of the original states that formed the United States of America. Mr. Herb Smith, Relief Commander and Sentinel for the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, will help us to retire this flag today. Herb, will you come forward? And thank you for your service. The 7 branches of the armed forces are represented by flags, among other emblems and insignia. And with each branch, various flags fly on special occasions on ships, bases, camps, and military academies. In general, the order of precedence when displaying the military flags together is the U.S. national colors, the U.S. Army, U.S. Marine Corps, U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force, and U.S. Coast Guard. This is the appropriate order and the order in which we'll retire our military flags today. The Army flag has the year 1775 in Arabic numerals displayed. This is the year the Continental Army was created and General George Washington was appointed our Commander-in-Chief. It is being retired today by Mr. Charles King, Army veteran and member of the board at the Walk of Heroes. Charles. We ask that any Army veteran present, please come and join Charles on the stage now. Help him to retire this flag. Any Army member present. sirs, for serving this flag and for carrying it into battle. Thank you for your service. Our next flag is the standard of the United States Marine Corps. Very little information is available regarding this flag carried by the early American Marines. Indicators are that the Grand Union flag was carried ashore by a battalion led by Captain Samuel Nichols on New Providence Island in March of 1776. The battle colors are being retired today by our own director of the Walk of Heroes and combat wounded Vietnam War veteran, Mr. Bob Atkinson. He is also a member of the board. Bob, would any Marine Corps veteran present please honor us and come to the stage to help Bob retire this flag? Thank you for your service, gentlemen. The flag of the United States Navy has the seal of the Department of the U.S. Navy on a background of dark blue. It is often on the staff of the quarterdeck of a ship in port. It is never flown on a ship at sea. This flag is being retired today by one of my heroes and a director of the Walk of Heroes. This man volunteered for 3 stints in Vietnam, Mr. Buddy Roebuck. Remembering freedom is not free. Would all Navy veterans please come forward and honor us and those of us that you help protect? Thank you for your service, gentlemen. The flag of the United States Air Force was officially adopted by President Harry S. Truman on March 26, 1951. It is being retired today by the District Executive of the Boy Scouts of America, currently serving at Dobbins Air Force Base, Joshua Redmond. Joshua? Would any Air Force veteran please honor us by coming to the stage now and helping to carry this flag, honoring you and remembering those who served us so well? Thank you for your service, gentlemen. The Coast Guard. Is there anyone here from the Coast Guard?
I saw three stand up.
Anybody? In my hometown, which is in Florida, we are covered up with the Coast Guard, and we love it. So today, Semper Partus, always ready, is written on their flag. The year 1790 is on the flag. This is the year in which the service ancestors, the U.S. Revenue Cutter Service, was founded. This flag will be carried by my good friend Raymond with the Boy Scouts. Thank you, Raymond. The POWMIA flag is designed as a symbol of concern, citizen concern about the U.S. military personnel taken as prisoners of war or listed as missing in action. This flag was created by the National League of Families. It is a symbol of our nation's concern and commitment to resolve as fully as possible the fates of Americans still held prisoner or those who are missing and unaccounted for. Georgia has 21 former POWs. There are 30 Georgians still unaccounted for. The remains of 20 Georgians have been repatriated, and 1 Georgian died as a prisoner of war. Mr. Ernest Walls and Mr. Jim Bledsoe, whom you've met already, will help us to retire this flag. Service. Do we have any other families of POWs or MIAs with us today? Any other POWs or MIA families with us today? We'd like to honor you. Please come to the stage. Boy Scout. This is for your loved one.
He's got some there can trim up on the back.
Thank you for your service. The founding fathers of this memorial are Mr. Bud Sosby, Mr. Norman Wheeler, and Mr. Randy Pointer. From these 3 great minds came all of the beautiful things that you see around you, and there's lots more to come. Would any member of these 3 founding fathers please come forward, any member of their family, please come forward to the stage. Also, I'd like for all the members of the board of the Walk of Heroes to please come forward. Designed by Eagle Scout Patrick Riggs, the flag of the memorial is white flag with the symbol of the Walk of Heroes in the center. It's a symbol of the walk each one of you, our veterans, have taken. You are our heroes. Our memorial is surrounded by a timeline, the timeline that each one of you and our fathers and their fathers have built. Well, Mr. Tommy Clack, Chairman of the board, Tommy, can you come help us retire this flag? It's a wonderful place, and I hope you're enjoying it today. Thank each one of you for what you're doing to preserve our history and to honor our veterans. Now I'd like to call upon the Boy Scouts and the Civil Air Patrol to come forward and help retire our last flag. Might need to be flags there. Few housekeeping notes. Once this flag is retired, we'll be asking you if you want to retire any flag you brought with you. We will do this every time we do a flag retirement. And we have plenty of flags to retire today. So we'll be asking every member of our audience to please join us in retiring a flag. Y'all need to be down here. Or up here. Or up here. I'd like to thank every one of these young people. They're learning a lot today. A lot of times we hold this, it's always held on 11/11 at 11 o'clock. They're not allowed to miss school sometimes, so today they can be with us. Come on guys, come forward. Gentlemen, come forward. Take a piece of this flag and hang on to it. Everybody get a piece. Hold on to it. Good job. Good job. The American flag. It's old and faded and tattered. It's time for it to be laid to rest. Before we do, we want to unfurl this one and look upon it for just one moment. Ironic, isn't it? How a simple flag, born out of the sewing basket of Betsy Ross, revised by a simple high school project, represents the hopes and dreams of so many. Its value is much more than a high school project. It's the emblem of the most powerful nation in the world. It's a symbol of liberty and freedom all over the world. And the reason for that symbol is the veterans that served us so well. A passionate emotion is created in our minds and hearts as we see it flying. It provokes very strong feelings when we see it disrespected. Don't be concerned if you feel a tightening in your throat when you see it flowing in the breeze. That emotion is for all of those who served under it, for those who were buried under it, and for those who would stand up again and defend it with their last drop of blood. Darren? Ladies and gentlemen, as we retire this flag, let's please stand and salute. Old Glory, long may she wave. Attention, salute. And 2. As we prepare to leave today, we'd like for you to quietly reflect on those whose service made all this possible, those who are with us, and those who prepared that timeline and walkway before us. If you brought a flag to be retired today, we ask that you and your family would retire that. The Boy Scouts will help escort you. They'll be waiting on this side. Go with your escort. Follow them to the fire. They'll help you place the flag on the shovel. The shovels are very hot. so be careful. Once you're finished there, you'll be coming to a flag table at my right, where you'll receive a remembrance of this program today. If you need assistance to get back to your vehicles, if you'll just wait over here to my right, the golf carts will come and help take you away. Perhaps while you wait or while you walk, you might reflect on those you know personally who gave so much. Maybe say a prayer for those who are serving now in harm's way. May God bless our veterans, and may God bless America. Boy Scouts, this way. Thank you so much for being with us. If you're able, we'd like to have some help stacking chairs off to my right.
You packed your bag.